with that. You're going to need weights and you're going to need your body. And again, it'll be short repetitions because we are just doing it for demo purposes. I'm going to start on the ground and then standing up. So one of the best things to do is dips. I think we all know about dips, and there are a bunch of ways to do the dips. And one of the things we have to know that we do know about other body parts that we have done is there's more than one head. And the same thing with triceps. And triceps are the hardest thing to work because unless you're a professional volleyball player or you're putting things on high shelves all day long, we don't actually work our triceps in everyday activity. We work our biceps because we're stirring and we're lifting. And so everything's, initiated through this muscle, right? And then this one's kind of hanging down there going, wait for me. And for a long time in our lives, there's reciprocal workout. But as we get older, maybe you've had this experience, maybe you haven't. The tricep muscles have a tendency to go a little bit lax. And that's certainly my situation. All right, I'm going to start with dips because they're super, super hard. I'm going to go get my stool. You can do them on the floor, and I'm going to show you both. This is by no means wide enough to do these, but I'm going to do them on here anyway because it gives you the demo. So a suspended tricep dip is really helpful because you don't get a lot of support from the rest of your body. We know that when we engage our core, there's a lot of work for us. Well, we need to engage our core to support our back, but we basically want to create a situation, somebody needs to mute, create a situation where we are suspended, right, and not being supported. Now, the position is your butt close to the, maybe you're on your couch, maybe you're on the chair, maybe you're on the floor, and you can be right here on the floor. Your butt is close to your hands. Your elbows are pointing back. Your fingers are pointing toward your butt. You bend the elbow. You bring it back up. That's the work. Now, a lot of people drop the butt. The butt goes down because your elbow's bending, not because you're lowering your butt. So it's an inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down. Now, this is a super supported way to do it. 3, all right, 4, 5, good job. And again, you could be on the floor. 6, and there's another alternative I can show you. 7, you could also be at tabletop right here. 8, 9, and 10. Now, that's great. Your body helps you with that. What I like to do is take it to a progression and take it a little harder. Now, what's harder is extending your legs because you take the quads out of the engagement, right? So you're kind of holding your reverse plank while you're doing that tricep dip. So, and we used to do these a lot in body sculpting because we had those steps. And it's no guarantee that we have steps now. Now, the important thing here is to stay close to the bench. 1, 2, 3. Okay, on the bench, off the bench. 4. You can extend the legs, lift up. 5, 6. Now, the deeper you go, 7, the more you have to push up. 8. So you want to work over time. 9 to get really, really deep. 10. Now, there's actually more progression on this. If it isn't hard enough, right? And it gets easier as you do it, and it gets harder as you don't. Okay, so 1 leg off the floor. 1, 2, so a lot less support. 3, let me take you down here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We should have done both sides. And 10. We're going to have to do the other side. It's really, really important that you try the progressions. Even if you don't think you can do them, do 2 or 3, because just like push-ups over time, you're going to be able to do them. So let's try with the other leg. I'll go back up here on the bench. And again, this is something, body weight work. You don't need to have weights for this. This is your body. And if your body is at least as heavy as your weights, I'm going to have to put my foot down on this because of my weak knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take it down. 5. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and lower it down. Now that's not only the only body weight exercise modality that we have for triceps. A lot of you know that I love this side modality. All right, so for a lot of people, it's pretty hard to get into, but I'm going to guide you. You take your knees, your legs, create a lap, legs are across the front of the mat. Put your tricep arm down in front of your chest with your fingers facing the top of the mat. Take your other arm and wrap it around your chest. You lower down and you push up. 2, 3, 4. There you go. 5. Don't let that other elbow touch. 6. Now, if you have shoulder issues, you take this arm way out. 7. And that helps you release it off that shoulder. 8, 9, and 10. So make sure you protect the body parts that are doing the engagement. We know that the tricep is the prime mover, but the shoulder is way in the recruitment area. It's getting activated. So if you have shoulder issues, you want to create a support system or do a different kind of tricep exercise, because ones where you have some shoulder dependency might be hard. Let's do the other side. All right, again, knees across the front of the mat. The hand in front, pointing toward the end of the mat. Wrap those arms around you. Don't let that elbow touch the floor. 1, 2, this is way supported compared to the dip. 3, 4, and again, you can be out here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Push off. Okay, so now we're going to go to working with weights. I'm going to do everything double, I think, because of the time. Well, until we stand up. We've got a couple of modalities on the floor that work with, one more body weight one. Sorry. The close hand push-up. This is really an important one. So this is another body weight one. You put your thumbs together, you put your index fingers together under your chest. You take your legs out, or you bring them into your modified push-up position. I'm going to try out. You don't go down far. 1, push those elbows back. 2, 3, exhale up, head on your spine. 4, all right, if you're down. 5, you can get lower. 6, this is not a chest push-up. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now you have so many ways to do it without weights. That's pretty exciting. But now we have weights. We're home, our whole supplies here, we're at the gym, right? So what's important here is position. Lift your glutes, take them down the mat, wiggle your upper body up. If you have back concerns, you take your legs up. If you don't, keep them down, or if you just like to protect your back, one leg over. Now the position, I have worked with repositioning these for a long time. A lot of people have head bangers, and they drop them down to their head and then bring it back up. But what's happening there is your shoulder is pulled all the way over, and it's getting a lot of the action. So I like people to think about, I'm holding a barbell right here over my ears, right? So you're imagining that you're lying on a bench in the gym. Your arms are at a diagonal, right? Right here. Your elbows are pointed toward the bottom of the mat. When you lower the weight, you can see how those elbows really stay steady and push to the bottom of the mat, and then you push up. You don't let those shoulders move at all. I can't tell you how many times I've had to correct people dropping their shoulders as they drop the weight, dropping their shoulders as they drop the weight. You have to imagine that the upper arm they're tied together. You have duct tape, all right, keeping them the width of your ears. So you inhale down, exhale up. So I like them here because you're not taking your shoulders into a compromised position. All right, so for the next 5, let's cross our legs the other way if you have your legs crossed. 3, 4, and 5. All right, another one lying down. And this one's harder to do because you have to have a pretty heavy weight. You put your elbows at your side. You lift your elbows off the floor. I like my legs up for this one. And you just push halfway up You can feel it engage. You can feel the bicep too, and then down. It's not as long as a move as a lot of your tricep moves, but it's the opposite of that push-up, right? Lift and lower. Again, you're going to feel it in the front of your shoulder, so you have to make some decisions around, how hard you're going to work it. Last two and last one. Okay, so let's take it to standing. We're going to leave our weights down there as we come up to the stand, because again, I want to talk about position. Position is everything. We know that from doing rows. And for instance, when we're doing rows, we know we have to be here. So it gets the lower back. It's right here. We're into the shoulder, right? We're doing deltoids. So the position is really, really precarious. One of the things that I like is bringing the forearm down to a bent leg, right? So you get your elbow glued to the side of your body right here. This is called your tricep kickback. I like both feet facing in the same direction, the eyes down, and you just extend and bend. Now, it's really important to hold it at the top and feel the weight really weigh against that tricep, because the holding it is what's going to create the muscle fibers to get excited and activated. 5 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale. 6, exhale up, inhale down. 7, 8, good job. 9, and 10. Curl yourself up. We're going to go to the other side. Now, I can't rest on my knee on the other side, so I bring my bench in, I put my hand on it, and then kick back. 1, looking down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and curl yourself up. All right, so that's an oldie but goodie. I think because our body is so familiar with that one, that the more you pulse, the slower you go, the more benefit you're going to get. The next one's an oldie but goodie too. And I have corrected the way we do this one too. Because again, I feel like we're doing too much with the shoulder when we're trying to focus on the tricep muscle group. So I like 1 foot back and the weight to be in the arm of that foot. Again, at the ear, I like to have the arm stabilizing, the opposite arm stabilizing the bottom arm of your tricep area. So you drop it down and up. Now, right behind the shoulder, not to the middle of the back. We've stretched, we've done triceps to the middle of the back for years. But you see how that takes you, I might look better with a lighter weight, how that going to the middle back takes you out of that position. So you're pulling up through here, which is not a bad place to exercise, but when you're trying to do triceps, you want to have that elbow right in front, right? That's why I suggest trying to hold it in place. If you don't need to, that's cool. 3 more. 3, oops, I'm way back. 2, and 1. Again, this is one our body is super familiar with, so it's really important that you do pulses and super slow work if you're trying to get progression. Okay, over up on the other side, you're on your toe there. 1, right behind the shoulder. 2, see ya. 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale up. 8, 9, and 10. All right, we have more to do standing up. So I'm going to take you solid into a kind of demi-plie position, and we're going to do the one off the nose here. We do it lying down, but we're going to do it standing here. So your weight is right on your nose. You're right across from your elbow. You're pushing it right out in front of you and right back. Now, a lot of people go out like this because I don't know why, but we're going to take it out in front and bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out, inhale in. Try to keep that body steady and in position. 8, 6, 7, 8. Good job. 9 and 10. You know what the biggest challenge on the ones that are suspended like that? or halfway all the way. Let's just do 4 of those because it's really interesting. Half out, feel it, half in, 2, feel that? It really is more challenging. 3, right? You get it engaged, and 4. So what that does is it doesn't let the joint take over. So when you hold it at the halfway point, you're holding in that muscle, right? So if you let the joint take over by going all the way out, it's a little smoother ride, right? It's easier. It's not that you're not getting the muscle, but when you don't let the joint have all the fun at the party, then you get to work that muscle group a little bit more. So let's do the other side, and we'll also do those 4. 1, exhale out, inhale in. 2, don't let the elbow come higher than the shoulder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, woo, 9. Now I'm starting to feel them. And 10. Let's do that halfway all the way. Take it half out, half, yeah, in. 2, feel that difference? Ooh. 3, and 4. Nice. Okay, I have one more standing one. Again, we know that there are tons of exercises I can be showing you, but I'm trying to show you the range from amazingly supported exercises to not very supported ones where you have to do more of the work. I'm trying to give you ones with weights and without weights, and some standing and some not standing. So that's how I'm choosing my variety. I'm going to have one leg in front. We're right here at the waist. We're pushing forward. Now we do this for biceps, but if we take it back, we can do it for triceps. Good. So it's getting front and back. Good. 6 more. Get your head over your tailbone almost. Get your belly button to your spine. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Right over to the other side. 1. Keep it in a tray. Go past that waist. 2. When we're doing the bicep, we don't go past the waist. 4, 5, good job. 6, 7, and 8. All right. So there's a lot more things we can do. We can do these push-outs here. We can do the slide across push-outs there. But for now, this is what I want to leave you. We are going to just do a real quick stretch because those of you who've been in class with me, especially spin class, I'm always correcting the way we stretch. So one of the corrections that I do is when we take our arm in the middle of our back and we yank on our joints, right? You're like, ah, right? And it's like, you hate your shoulders that much. If you want to stretch your tricep into the back, you fold it behind your shoulder. You don't push on the joint, you push on the muscle, right? So that keeps it safe and relax it down. Other side, same thing. Push on the muscle, right? They're dropping like flies and push it down. So a lot of people do the yogic thing where you bring your hands together and stuff like that. That's great if you're doing counter stretches. If you're not doing counter stretches, then stick with the tricep stretches. Hands together, push them out. There's your stretch. This is the simplest one. You can feel your tricep getting nice and long. It doesn't involve a lot of the rest of your body. It doesn't overwork your shoulders. So this is another good one. Release it down. Same thing with the thumbs under. You're rotating and stretching out that muscle. So the thumbs under is another one. And release it down. And of course, you can always like grab on something like a table or a door. I don't know if this is going to stay in place. And just walk away and turn away from it. Like this. You just turn away from it and you can feel that stretch. So that's tricep day to day. I hope that some of the stuff I said was useful. I'm assuming that most of you know it. You can do this as a workout, or you can plug in this knowledge into your personal workout as you go. So thank you for coming to the Tricep Strength Focus.